Welcome to my channel. My name is Pat Says, and on this channel we're going to discuss movies and anything that's on my mind. So today we're actually going to be talking about a movie that I saw recently called Run, Sweetheart Run. It's a mystery slash thriller. I'm going to give you my whole interpretation of the whole movie from beginning to the end and tell you at the end if I liked it or not. So here we go. So this movie pretty much is about a young single woman that has a child that works for a big law firm. And she ended up making two different appointments at the same time. One was her boss's anniversary and the other one was with a client. So the boss told her, well, I can't be in two places at one time, so you're going to have to go with the client because there's no way I'm going to miss my anniversary with my wife. She's going to kill me. So she reluctantly said, okay, I'm going to do it. So she goes home and she puts on her sexy dress, you know, that beautiful dress that's going to make everybody's eyes turn when they see her. So she goes and she meets the client and she's like, oh, this guy is cute. So she thought she hit the jackpot with this guy. So she goes on a date with him. He wines and dines her. He takes her out skating. They had a great time. But you know what? There's some red flags. But some people don't like to look at red flags. So at the dinner, this dog approaches the man, and this man literally loses his shit and went crazy on this damn dog. Red flag number one, but of course she's not paying attention. So the end of the night, they go back to his place, and he invites her in, and she's like, I can't go up, I got a babysitter, and I got to be home. So he's like, well, I'm just trying to be nice. So then she said to herself, you know what? I still got it. I'm going to go inside and gonna have a good old time with this guy tonight. So she goes in the door like she's the boss. So once she goes in the door, all you see the guy does, he does this. He turns and looks in the camera and that's it. So I knew right then and then something was going to be popping off in that apartment. I don't know what it was going to be. Something she's going to enjoy or something she's going to dislike. I don't know. Door closes. The camera is just set right on the door. So you don't hear anything. And all of a sudden you hear rumbling inside the house. So you're like, okay, what's going on? I mean, this don't sound like she's having no fun to me. So the door slams open and it's her bloody. Her clothes is ripped and she's running for her life. I don't know what this guy did, but I don't think it was just kissing. So she's running all over the place and she looks paranoid. She falls on the floor and she gets up and she's running crazy. So she's run on the street and she's seen people on the street and she's asking for help, but nobody's helping her because they think she's drunk or she's a crackhead. So finally she sees two women and she asks them, can I use your phone to call the cops because somebody assaulted me? So they reluctantly gave her their phone and she called the cops. The cops show up and you think, oh good, they're going to save her. No, they arrest her for intoxication. Ain't that some shit? So she goes to jail and they put her in a cell with this prostitute. So the prostitute's like, so why you here? What's going on with you, honey? So she's telling the woman what happened to her. So the woman's face turns into like horror. And she's like, is he really good looking? He lives in a big house and he's afraid of dogs? And she's like, yeah, how do you know? She's like, oh my God, this happened to my friend. Get away from me. Get away from me. You are marked. You are marked. He's going to get you like he did my friends. So she's screaming, get me the hell out of here. This chick is trying to kill me. This trying to kill me. So they take her out, leave her in a cell by herself. Home behold, shortly later, who shows up? Dark and Sexy shows up. So the cops just let him in, and this chick is terrified because she's like, oh my God, they just let this man in. He's going to kill me. So he comes inside, and he's like, I smell you. You smell good. I smell the fear in you. And I'm going to give you an opportunity right now to play a game. And she's like, I don't want to play no game with you. He said, you're going to play a game. I'm going to kill you right here. So he said, here's the deal. You will last till daylight. I'm going to leave you alone. And did I forget, this chick was on her period? Mind you, she's bleeding blood all over the place. And she wanted a tampon. And nobody came to give her a damn tampon. So that's why he smelled all that juicy blood from her. So he leaves. The cops come and say, listen, we're going to let you out. She's like, no, please. Keep me here. I want to stay. When do anybody want to stay in jail? Sorry, but they let her out. Because they know what's up. So they let her out. And she's out there on the street, paranoid. Every sound she hears, she's like, because she's thinking this guy's out to get her. So she finally gets in a cab and they drive her to her boss's apartment. So she goes there for help, thinking her boss is going to help her. But the boss kind of seemed a little sketchy. So the wife looks scared and she looks sketchy herself. So eventually he's like, oh, go take a shower, clean up. We're going to take care of you. Just stay here. So the boss wife go in the room and tell her, listen, you need to stay clean because your blood is special. He could smell you. So she's looking through the boss's computer and she sees her name and a bunch of other women's name. This is the thing the boss do all the time. He sets women up with this guy. So she calls her ex, which is her daughter's her father, to come and pick her up. So when he comes to pick her up, the chick leaves and her boss is trying to stop her, but she runs out anyway. She gets in the car. So her ex sees her and she's all busted up. He's like, what's wrong with you? You got in a fight or something? And she's like, just drive. You still got your gun? He's like, what do you need a gun for? She's like, I just need a gun. So he's like, no, I don't know. I'm going to take you to my place. But my girl is there. Which his girl was her best friend, but now he's smashing her. So he's like, okay, I don't want no static here, but I'm bringing to my house so you could get yourself cleaned up. So he brings it to the house and he gives this girl a heads up. So the girl, she comes out and she's like, what are you doing here? What a bitch doing here? And then she sees how messed up she is and her heart warms to her. She's like, you know what? Come in and clean up. So while she's in there cleaning up, she changes her clothes and she got nice and fresh. So she asks her ex, can you go get me some tampons? Because her girlfriend is still dripping. She's still bleeding all over the damn place. I know how you going to date and don't got no damn tampon. I just don't get it. But she did. So while she's there, she asks her ex-brother to read his tarot cards. So he's reading his tarot cards and all the cards are bad. And she's like, oh my God, I'm going to die tonight. So he's like, well, this card can be either good or bad, but it's saying that somebody's going to be a fighter. They determine. So she's terrified thinking, okay, I'm dead. He's like, but no, it's you. You're going to be a fighter. You're going to survive. You're going to be a terror tonight. So all of a sudden, you hear a knock on the door. And she's like, no, nobody, don't answer it. So her ex-friend looks out the door and sees this guy out the door. And then she's like, this is who messed you up? This who messed you? We gonna teach him a lesson. So she got her whole crew in there. They got machetes, they got knives, they got bats, they got guns. They gonna do some damage to this one guy. So all of a sudden, she's in the bathroom hiding with the brother. You hear, boo, 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 boo. Guns is just going off. So gun stops, dead silent. So she goes out there. Who is out there? Doc and Sexy's out there and everybody else is dead. And he's like, yo, you making this shit easy. So he punches her. Duh, 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 duh. You making this shit easy. She's terrified. Please, I got a child. Please. So he's like, no, you're going to die tonight, boo. You're going to die. So they walk outside. Who shows up for her ex-boyfriend with the tampons? Finally, she gets some tampons. So he comes up all Mr. Machismo and, he tough. So this who messed you up? So this who messed you up? What's up, dude? What's up? So next thing I know, Tall and Sexy grew some fangs and ripped this guy's head off. Oh, I'm like, oh, shit. I'm thinking this guy just fucking psycho. No, this motherfucker's a demon. But I said, a demon. Demon. So he's beating her up. Boom, 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 boom. And then she, boom, 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 fighting with this guy. And he's beating the crap out of her. She real not fighting. I'm just trying to make her look good by saying she's fighting. So another person pops up and she ended up escaping him. And she ran away. She got away from him. She's running. And she gets to the bridge. And then she sees him on the bridge and he gets hit by a car. So then right as he gets hit by a car, we're like thinking, oh, he's dead. Well, it's halfway through the movie. He sits up. So she's, holy shit, this guy can't even die. So she goes into her pants and pulls some of her blood and splash it. Well, one of the tampons she had. Pulls it out and throw it someplace to take her scent off. So it lands on the truck and he gets up and like he's a pit bull or something. And then he sniffs her blood and then he's going after the blood. So she's like, oh, I'm good. So she goes to this store to go use their bathroom. And she's in the bathroom and somebody is trying to get in. All you hear is ruckusing, ruckusing, ruckusing. Somebody's trying to get in the bathroom. She comes out, she don't see nobody, and all of a sudden she gets a fist to her face. Boy! It's him. He's like, "You making this easy!" So he's beating her up as a homeless person just sitting there like this. Terrified because they're not looking. The guy in the store comes out with his gun like, "Get away from her, get away from her, get away from her." He turns around. He didn't even look at the guy. All he said was, "Get out of here." Dude turned tail and left. And he's still beating the crap out of this chick. So she ended up getting away again. So she gets away from him and she gets into a club. And she goes into the bathroom because she's bleeding, and he can smell her blood and she got to stay clean to try to keep his track, from him from smelling her. So she goes in there and she finds some wipes that you're using your clean stuff with. And girlfriend starts cleaning her cut with it and she's screaming, "Oh! Oh!" Because everything it hurts is burning. It's not supposed to be for skin. It's for services. So then all of a sudden, Boo took one of the wipes and she sticks it in her pants and she's screaming because she's trying to stop clog the blood. Ah! Ah! She's screaming because it's burning the shit out of her. So she comes out and she stole somebody's clothes and she's looking like a military person. Some guys got offended. Why do people always gotta get offended just because somebody's wearing some kind of army fatigue? Really? Take it off. Take it off. Take it off. So these girls come out of nowhere and they saved her. And she's in the car with them and she's happy because she's thinking, "Oh my God, I'm so saved. I'm so saved. I'm so saved." Next thing you know, the car hurls into the sky and lands and crashes. All the girls are all dead. Some of them decapitated. She's on the floor. And who show up? Dark and Sexy show up. Dark and Sexy come. He's beating her up. And I'm like, "Oh, Lord, this is it. This is it." She's thinking the same thing. I don't fuck up. This is it. This is it. I see a little cute little pit bull come out of nowhere. And dude is like, "Oh, get away, get away, get away, get away." But the dog ain't leaving. So needless to say, man disappears. He like flew off like, I don't know, like a vampire or some shit. He materialized. He's gone. He's gone. So this little dog saved her butt. So she's going to go find this woman that people keep telling her to go find. She's the only one that's going to be able to save her. So she follows the clues and she goes there. It's like an underground city and it's just women. Women. They're pouring stuff in the sewer system. So she finds out what the deal is. This guy's actually a fallen angel, like the devil. He was sent on earth to help mankind, but he has some chip on his shoulder for women. So any woman that's smart, sound familiar? He don't like. She was smart. He didn't like her, so he just goes after them and kills them, kill their whole family, everything. And this other woman, she's an angel too, but she's just not strong enough to take him on by herself. So what they do is all the women that he picked to kill, she saved them, but they can't live a regular life. They got to stay in this underground city for the rest of their life until this dude gets killed. Because he going to kill you regardless, because once he get that smell, he remembers. So they say, she told her, "Listen, you're going to be the bait. We're going to kill him tonight. You're going to do it because you're special. You're special." So they clean her up and they put on a gi on her. She going to do some kung fu master now. She tough. I mean, she's got like balls of steel right now. She's like, "Yeah, I'm going to get this. I'm going to get this mofo. I'm going to get him tonight." So she go to a carousel and she's there. She's like, "Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? Come on and get me. Come and get me. Come and get me." So he just shows up and he punches her. He's beating the shit out of her. So he goes and he nails her on the cross. Well, on the wall. Not as a cross, but symbolism. And she's like, "I give up. I give up. I give up. I give up. Whatever you say, I'll give up. I give up. I give up. I give up. I give up." So he looks at her and he says, "After I kill you, I'm going to take your daughter and I'm going to raise her. And eventually probably gonna kill her too, right? Especially if she's smart. So that was it. You do not threaten a woman's child because the lioness, the bear, is gonna come out and you're gonna have to deal with the consequences. So she summoned all the strength she had, and she threw a rock, and light came in. It was daylight. He started freaking out. He's like, oh, shit, it's daylight. I gotta go to bed. It's daylight. He's like, well, I'm gonna finish this now. You by yourself. You don't got nobody to help you. She's like, that's what you think. So all of a sudden, you just see glass cracking and a whole bunch of women. Remember, all the women that he tried to kill before, they all came. And they breaking all the lights, and there's a light coming in. And all of a sudden, he's running. Oh my God. Oh my God. So now girlfriend is tough. She's like, you know what? What are you doing? You're afraid of a little bit of light? Huh? I thought you were big and bad. Thought you were gonna rip my head off. You were gonna destroy me. You big and bad, but you're afraid of a little light? Really, boo? Light? Sunlight? You're afraid of a little sunlight? No, I'm not a boo-boo. So he's outside dragging himself. The sun is burning him. Oh my God, the sun hurts. Oh, I should use some sunblock. I should have some sunblock right now. So she lights his ass on fire. And he's like, ah! And he's burning up. He's dead. So she takes her cute little pit bull that she found. She goes home. I think that pit bull was her savior. He just came out of nowhere, just random pit bull out of nowhere. Takes him home. Goes in her baby's room, and her little baby's awake. She picks her up. She kisses her. That's the end of the movie. That's the end of the movie. Whoop-dee-da! End of the movie. How would I rate it? On a scale from 1 to 10, I'm going to say it's about a 6 or 7. It was really good. I enjoyed it. It was entertaining. I loved it. It was a really good movie. I found it online. As I said, it's called Run. Sweetheart Run. It was on Amazon Prime. That's where I found it. It was really good. I enjoyed that movie. It's really good. So if that's something you want to watch, go ahead and you can look at it and see if you like it too. Until next time, Pat says, bye!